Welcome back, everyone, to Ultimate General Civil War as we continue our playthrough on the J&P Rebalance mod. This is the Major General Light campaign, which is equivalent to playing on Legendary on the vanilla version of the game. We are on to Secure River, which is our last small battle before the big battle at Gaines's Mill, which is going to be a very interesting one to fight. But for now, we have to do Secure River. So what I've done is I've built a completely new brigade of 3,000 men armed with Lorenz rifles, which we had a bunch of. Also added a new battery of, 10-pounder Parrots right here with 15 guns. You can see the morale is -4 for that brand new unit. Our morale is just bad for most units, actually. A few of them are okay, but for the most part, we're going to have serious morale issues all the way through until the other side of Gaines Mill. We're not going to be able to take all of these units into battle, so I'm going to forego using the cav. I think having everybody else is going to be especially helpful, and having all of these guns is going to be helpful. So we are going to be slightly ahead in terms of numbers. You can see there 15 brigades. We're actually going to have 800 fewer men because we're not going to deploy the cavalry. So we're going to have about 25,874 guns. That's going to basically make it even numbers with the soldiers. But he's only got 13 brigades, which means some of his brigades are going to be big. The operations in Virginia have commenced for our army. We have to land a portion of our army onto enemy soil and start securing land for the Union. General Bragg's corps is waiting for us on the hilltop, harassing our forces. We cannot advance if we do not repel them. And this is just a reminder, too, I have to win this, even a draw. It would be devastating to me right now. So with artillery support from our ironclads, it should be fairly easy to force the Confederates away from the hilltops. But General, be very cautious in your advance. A direct frontal assault on the high ground can lead to heavy losses we cannot afford. Yeah, so we don't want to go up this hill. It's a small battlefield, and I think he's going to be fairly spread out. So basically what I want to do here is, number one, get rid of the cav and bring in an extra unit of artillery. And all the artillery, I basically want to get up as high as I can here because it's going to be a nightmare to move the artillery as it is up the hill. So the closer I can get the artillery to the enemy from the start, the better off I'll be. Of course, it means it's all kind of crowded around there, and eventually we're going to have to spread them out a little bit. But I want to put my units that are labeled S, which is smoothbore, just behind these other units. I want my units with firepower out front, but the units that can do well in melee combat just behind them, so that if he does try to charge into me, I can pull back and advance real quick. Basically going to put everybody over here, with a couple of exceptions, just to cover my flank, and my attack's going to move right up through here. I'm going to try to inflict as many casualties as I can on him, and then only when we get near the end of the timer will we advance and take the objective, when things are most advantageous for us. So I've broken off skirmishers from all of my brigades. We're going to use these skirmishers to help cover our flank. Artillery is all shifting because it's all on top of each other, so we need to start moving some of the artillery on our own so we can get them spread out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and advance. Looks like our gunboats are already firing, so they must see something that I don't see. Oh yeah, there they are. Okay. So the gunboats are already firing. I'm going to put my skirmishers out front here, and then I'm going to advance my artillery behind them. Because I want my artillery at all times to be able to support the infantry. So I need to keep them as close as possible. Alright, let me pause here real quick, because the first thing I want to do is I want to find my big guns, my rifled artillery, and I want to get them right now to start focusing on neutralizing his artillery as much as I can. I don't want to be advancing on the objective and taking canister fire to the face. Alright, he's already advancing on me. So we need to be ready for what I know will be the melee attacks that'll come. I forgot to break off skirmishers from woods. I keep Gladden over there. I want to keep at least one brigade in that spot. Alright, let the artillery start doing its thing. Skirmishers will keep them at a distance while our artillery starts softening them up. They'll also take fire from his artillery, which will be helpful. So right now, we've got 3 hours. So let me take a look real quick. Lose less than 50% of your army and hold the objective. So those are the things we have to do. But I'm very content because I have an artillery advantage to soften him up for a little while. Not only do I have my gun advantage, but I also have the gunboats, which I guess are a little out of range at the moment. Gotta make sure that these guns stay firing on his artillery. And what I want to do is I want to hopefully draw a couple of his units into a situation where they attack me so I can inflict casualties, because I've got a lot of depth right now to my defense. Alright, we're going to move our skirmishers forward. Try to draw him out. And I'm going to keep everybody sitting tight here. Alright, now our gunboats are firing. He's shifting everybody over this way. That's good. Stack them all right up in here so my artillery can concentrate on them. So far, he hasn't launched any melee attacks, which is surprising. I'm gonna keep my supplies close. Keep all these guns well supplied, so they can fire continuously throughout the entire battle. Oh, he's got a 4,000 man brigade over here. That's interesting. I'm not entirely sure he's got anybody up over here now, so I'm going to go ahead and send Loomis across. Let's go ahead and send these skirmishers across too. Because if he doesn't have anybody up here, he does have one up on this hill. That may allow for us to get a brigade on this side of the creek and fire into his flanks when he does advance. Oh, he just wiped out one of my skirmisher units. That's unnecessary casualties there. Alright, let's go ahead and reattach these other skirmishers. Alright, we'll put skirmishers out here to protect our flank, and then we'll bring Loomis up on the hill. And let the artillery keep doing its thing. Keep an eye on our supplies. I'm going to tell them to only supply the guns. I want to keep them firing the whole time. See, now he's shifting units that way because he sees my skirmishers moving over there. Interesting. Payet has started firing. So far, so good. Let's go ahead and reduce this giant brigade as much as we can. Woods is firing on him. So it's good to have the units with rifled muskets like the Lawrence out front where they've got the range. Alright, I want to get these 24 pounders closer if I can. I'm going to move Woods up a little bit. He's almost in range to use canister fire. Now Loomis is firing. So we've got 3 units firing on Pond right now. Alright, I'm pretty content to sit and shoot this out for a while now. We'll just watch and see what he does, if anything. I don't think Woods... Oh, here he comes. Okay, here comes the expected melee attack. Looks like he's going to go after Loomis. That's interesting. That I wasn't expecting. We're going to put all the firepower we can onto Pond and make him pay for that. There we go. Now he's wavering. We've drawn him in. He's gotten himself into a bad situation where he's going to get lit up. Beautiful. It's exactly what we needed. That's his big brigade. We've already reduced it by nearly 1,000 men. Got 2 hours and 23 minutes. Plenty of time. Alright, I'm going to start moving up the guns that are furthest back. Now he's going to start shifting some of his units that are over here. Alright, how's Kimball doing? Not great. They've suffered more than 2-to-1 casualties. Of course, he's got smoothbore, so that's part of the problem here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually leapfrog Wagner past them. He's got Springfield 1861s. Much more accurate. Plus we have Woods with his Lawrences right here. Alright, now he's moving some of his guns over this way. Alright, let's light Anderson up. Still 2 hours. Keep an eye on the whole battlefield here. Come on, Wagner, let's get you advanced out here. Alright, let's be careful here because looks like Jackson is starting to move. And I want to be careful in case he decides to launch a melee attack. Alright, we've routed Anderson. So far, so good. So one of the things I want to do here is I want to try and neutralize his artillery as much as I can. But I need to be able to see what he's got. Oh, he's got 559. That's probably 20 guns. I don't want to get too far out in front here because I don't want that artillery hitting me with canister fire. So let's try to neutralize him as much as we can. Well, it's good that his artillery is firing on my skirmishers. I'd prefer that to firing on any of my brigades. And try to leapfrog my artillery and keep them moving up. Alright, getting the skirmishers up there allows me to see more of what's going on behind. Alright guys, come on. We gotta deal with him. I'm going to send Loomis over here. I want to get some more skirmishers on this side. Alright, I think if we can get Woods up here a little further, we might actually be able to target his guns with a volley. There we go. Let's see those casualties going down. Now the guns are wavering. They're routing. Oh, lovely. That'll help. Now let's move forward. I want to get those 24-pounders up as close as I can. Yeah, keep hitting the guns. Keep hitting the guns. Alright, I want to sit tight right there. We got Wagner right there. He's in the wood, so he's got cover. I don't like that. I'm going to send Brooks out on the flank. Protects him not only from my fire, but also from my artillery fire. He's got skirmishers out on the flank, so I want to do the same. Send skirmishers. Let's get Loomis out there. I'm going to send Brooks over there too. This is all taking time though. Time is not necessarily my best friend at the moment. His guns have recovered and now they're nailing Woods. I got to back up. Hello there, Gibson. Thank you for exposing your flank to me. Alright, those skirmishers have seen just about enough, so have Pegrams. Let's get Loomis up there so we have another unit firing on Gladden. At some point he's going to probably launch a melee attack with him. Oh, I've got my own Gladden. Little Gladden on Gladden action here. Yeah, here comes the melee attack. I figured that was coming. No, 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 no. Back up, back up. Everybody hit Gladden. Alright, we got him routed. See how many casualties we can inflict in the meantime. But he also routed one of mine. This is where it gets ugly because he's in these woods. And my artillery is going to lose its effectiveness trying to deal with him in there. And now he's starting to shift guys over here. Oh, General Brooks was killed, division commander. I'm gonna lose these skirmishers out here on the side. Nothing I can do to get them out of there. They're just going to get picked off until they dissolve. I really want to get Wagner into these woods. Keep moving forward, get into the woods. There we go, now he's starting to get some cover. Yeah, we gotta get these Napoleons up close so they can give better support fire. Same with these ones. Alright, we're getting a little aggressive here because I see an opportunity with Anderson routing. If we can break one or two of these units here, maybe it'll cause some panic in the other one. And now we're getting at the guns. Mainly, I just wanted to be able... Oh, come on, Andrews. Let's pull back. Don't get sucked into that next line. Alright, I gotta move up to support them. There we go. We're breaking. Oh, Anderson's showing as heroic right now. That's not helpful. Come on, hit him. Hit him hard. Don't let this one brigade destroy my entire line. Come on. Oh, here comes a charge. Fall back, Loomis. Fall back, fall back. Now let's let the guns do their thing. The gunboats. Oh, boy. I can't believe this one brigade is just wrecking my entire attack. Man, he is going hard in the counterattack here. He just completely wrecked my line. I need to recover. I need my guns to help stabilize things. Now he's gonna recover and counterattack. Jeez, what a mess. This guy's breaking all the way through. Come on, gunboats, help me out here. Wow. Well, that worked out briefly, and then my entire line collapsed. I desperately need to throw back his attack and get my guys to recover. Okay. Starting to recover. Come on, wipe these guys out. Loomis is going to retreat all the way to Columbus, Ohio, I think, at this rate. Got an hour to go. Starting to recover, but so is he. Jeez, these units are still breaking. Can we not run all the way back to the Union lines? The Union border, I should say. Jeez. Okay. Got an hour to go. Oh, there goes Brooks again. Now he's got these units over here that are starting to move over into position. I need to keep them on this hill. Alright, there's probably more than one brigade in these woods, but right now Anderson's the only unit I can see in the woods. For now, I'm going to focus my artillery on slowing down any attacks coming from the flank. Here comes Anderson charging out of the woods again. He's going to charge with 5,000 or 4,000 men down on me here. Let's let Anderson come into the open. Maybe we can take care of business here. Light them up, boys. Come on, there's no way he survives that charge and starts breaking my men. There's no way. He's charging into like 10,000 men here. And multiple pieces of artillery. Look at, wow, there's a lot of men up here. This is a problem. Light them up, boys. Jeez. Charging right down that hill. He's going to break right through to my guns. Alright, we dissolved Anderson. That helps. Meanwhile, he's going to completely wreck me on this side. Break him. He's got 3 batteries firing into him. He's being fired in from the rear. Oh my gosh. There he goes. Okay. Now here comes Gladden. Well, he was going. Jeez. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. We need to start pushing through the woods. Oh, be careful, Loomis. Now Gladden's going to come right down this same line. Hit him. Mostly just skirmishers holding the line over here now. We gotta push through these skirmishers. We can't let them hold the line on me. We gotta push into the woods. We gotta hold the line because he is gonna charge again at some point. Press through, boys. I know you're tired. We've got to take the objective. Can't let a couple hundred skirmishers hold the line. Alright, here comes Pond. Start hitting him with the artillery now. Charge with 2,700 men right down the hill on me. Let's get Loomis to move up and hit their flanks. Nobody's firing on him. What the heck? What are we waiting on? There we go. Keep pushing them back. I can't charge into these skirmishers because my guys are just so exhausted. Yeah, now he's going to move everybody over toward the objective. 40 minutes. Oh, that one dissolved. Excellent. That helps a lot. Push, push, push. Time is a factor now. I wish the time wasn't a factor because I could take my time, I could continue to be steady, and I would do this quite effectively. But unfortunately, time is a factor. Alright, here he comes again. Oh boy. Alright. Back up, back up, back up. Guns on him. Move forward. Back up, Loomis. Oh boy. Come on, guys, push forward. Okay. Don't see any brigades holding the objective at this point. We need to press forward. Half hour. Looks like another one of his units dissolved. That's excellent news. At this point, he's not able to charge with much more than a brigade at a time, and we're just wiping them out left and right. There we go. Drive Gibson back. Keep pressing forward, though. He's going to try to hold the line. He's got 3 brigades in here now. Alright, artillery, come on, help me out here. Let's focus on the objective. Oh, these skirmishers are killing me. Another unit dissolved. Excellent. He's just killing himself with these charges. Make them all fall back. "25 minutes. Come on, boys, drive them back. Minutes. I gotta send everybody toward this objective at this point. "17 minutes. There we go. Beautiful. Now we just hold the line against counterattacks, which of course he's going to do. He's charging in with his mounted infantry. Oh my gosh, that might actually work. Are you kidding me? He charged with 600 men and drove off 8,000. 8,000 men with 600 mounted infantry. That is absurd. With 7 minutes left, and it might cost me the battle. Are you kidding me? Never, never, ever, ever in the history of the American Civil War did something like that happen. And with 6 minutes to go, it's going to cost me the objective. Because if Kimball falls back, that's it. All right, there we go. We got it. Finish. Yes, finish. Oh, for the love of God, finish. Wow. Okay. So he actually did end up outnumbering me a lot more than I was told. He had over, what, including guns, he had about 28,000 men to my 25,000. 7,300 casualties. We inflicted. How's there 0 missing? Because all those units dissolved. I didn't capture any of them. All right, well, that's unfortunate, but we should have at least captured a lot of guns because of it. 1,700 Springfields. That's not ideal. A lot of other stuff really didn't gain a whole lot from that standpoint. We got a promotion to colonel. We had a division commander killed. So it's kind of a net loss. All right, so it's a victory, but it's a costly one. Hopefully we see a lot in the way of... we didn't get a lot of experience. We got 1 unit that leveled up to 1 star, and that's it. That's 24 or 12-pounder Napoleon, so we definitely want to use canister damage for that one. I'm kind of starting to want to get the recon upgrades, but we're not there yet. I'll have to wait until I get 2 points to get that leveled up. Army organization. I could go up to 4,000 max brigade size. I don't know if that's what I want to do. But I think actually I will go ahead and do the Army org upgrade. Morale penalty still there, but it's a little less every single time. Let's look ahead to the situation at Gaines's Mill. We can take 2 corps. We'll definitely be adding a lot of new units. As it stands, he's got 38,578 guns. Obviously, we're going to add a lot of soldiers. He's got 36 brigades, though. So maybe they're not necessarily that big. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know your advice for Gaines Mill. If I remember right, it's a pretty tricky battle. It was one of the largest Confederate assaults of the war at that battle, historically. Historically, it was a battle where the Union was greatly outnumbered by the Confederacy. It was one of the few times Confederates had a significant advantage on the battlefield in numbers. So, but it's going to be huge, and it's going to be the victory that finally puts us back positive in terms of morale. So we definitely need to win it. And we're probably going to need to throw all 18,000 of those men into the battle. And even if we do that and he doesn't scale up at all, we're still going to be basically even with him. But I think we're largely defending. So, but that'll be for next time. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.